Scott, you are the president of the Lake Sunapee Visiting Nurse Association. You're also a registered nurse. And I would like to hear from you to help others the overview of this disease, what it's going to mean on a national basis, because someone is getting it every 69 seconds.
It's a terrible, terrible disease. It's a terrible illness. And before we talk a little bit about that, I wanted to just kind of share, what I think of Alzheimer's, or what Alzheimer's, the kind of visceral response it evokes in me. I've been a nurse for 20 years now. And I started off in hospitals. I worked in medical units. I worked in the intensive care. I've worked in nursing homes and psychiatric units. I've worked in home health care. There's not really, I think, any part of the healthcare continuum other than physicians' offices that I haven't worked in. And you see a lot of things when you're a nurse. Some are touching, some are sad, some are tragic. And one of the things that I've kind of taken away is there's certain things that I hope never happen to me. And the number one on that list is I hope that I never contract Alzheimer's or another form of dementia. I think it's the most terrible illness that anyone could have befall on them. Because there, as we know, there is no cure. There's no way to even stem the progression of the disease. It's just a terrible, terrible illness. And not only is it terrible for the person who has it, the sufferer, but it's kind of like alcoholism or drug abuse. It doesn't just affect the person who has it, it affects the people closest to him or her. It affects the family unit because it's such, it's so all-encompassing, and it's the kind of thing that you're afflicted with 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And it requires tremendous, especially as the disease progresses, it requires tremendous effort on the part of caregivers, whether they're friends or family or other loved ones, to help the person. It's never-ending, 24/7, 365 days a year. Somebody has to be on guard to take care of the person suffering from Alzheimer's. It's a terrible, terrible burden on our economy. In 2013, over $200 billion was spent directly on the care of people suffering from Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. And the Alzheimer's Association has estimated that not only has it cost $203 billion, but the amount of time people have had to donate volunteering as caregivers, the value of that time, it's about $17.5 billion, and the value of that time is over $200 billion as well. So it has tremendous, tremendous cost and impact on both the person who's suffering, the family, and the nation as a whole.
And I don't know how anyone can do it alone without the help of somebody like the visiting nurses, the Lake Sunapee visiting nurses, the caring, the compassion, the quality, the showing up on time. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking of my brilliant husband who titled our book, Did I Die? That is what Alzheimer's is. It's a loss of self, and it's did I die? And the caregiver wants to manage quality of life through the whole time of that person's living.
Yeah.
And that's what you help us do.